Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a brand new Let's Play of a game called Cyclopean, The Great Abyss. Um, I became aware of this game because it just popped up on my YouTube. I was wondering, what is this thing, this Cyclopean? And the screenshot, it was, it looked like my kind of game, a first-person dungeon crawl game. And then I looked more into it, watched the trailer, and then read the description on the screen page on the Steam page. And as I was watching it, I was even thinking it too. It really reminds me a lot of Ultima. Ultima 3 Exodus, Ultima 4 Quest of the Avatar, which were the two that I'm most familiar with in the Ultima series. And then there was, of course, Ultima Underworld and Ultima Underworld 2. But it was similar in the sense that, as I was watching the trailer for it, which was gameplay trailer, it started off like an Eye of the Beholder or Legend of Grimrock, where you're in a dungeon, but then when the character went topside, it went into a third-person view, almost like top-down view, but also from the side, very much like an Ultima game, Ultima 3, Ultima 4. And that's how it was in Ultima. When you go down into a dungeon, it's a first-person perspective, and then when you come up topside, it is third-person, and you go to towns, explore the land. And then I read up more on it, and there was more intricacies and more mechanics, more to the game than what Ultima ever had. More features and just things like that. So, combat is not the only way that you can prevail in the game, or you can use subterfuge and stealth. You can use persuasion and talk your way out of fights. I'm guessing that's what it made it sound like. But if you go to the Steam page, you can see that. So anyways, I just want to go into the game and check it out. It is April. It just pretty much turned April 3rd, 2025. So technically tomorrow, Friday will be the 4th of July. So let us check it out. There's more depth to this game than an Ultima game is the word I was looking for. There's more depth to it. You make alliances and things like that. So you will see. So I don't know what lies in store for me, other than the basic knowledge of and some visual similarities of Ultima, and that is all. Okay, and forgive me also, I just came back, not just came back, but today I came from the dentist, and she put a filling in my mouth, and the Novocaine wore off long ago, but it still feels a little funny, my mouth, so just kind of bear with me with that. Click reroll, change statistics. Okay, let's see what happens if I click this. Wow, my starting gold even changes. Allies, Zogs. Strength of 6, mind of 3. So I can be like a mage, maybe. Allies, none. Oh, I don't like that. 200 gold. Allies with cats. allies with ghouls, the undead. You know what? Let's go with this. Can I change the name? I guess I can't. I like this. I'll see if I can go for a necromancer build. Oh, that's really too bad. I can't change the name. So I am apparently Professor Alfred Nicholas Pierce. Okay. You gain consciousness in the darkness. Oh, and that's another thing. I also read from that trailer also that it is Lovecraftian. Takes place in like a Lovecraftian world, which, you know, if you're familiar with Cthulhu, there's a film called Dagon from the early 2000s. There's that, The Beyond, that's, you know, like a Lovecraftian film. There's a Batman film, or animated film called The Doom that came to Gotham. I highly recommend that one as well. That one is also in the world of, you know, Lovecraftian world. And Cthulhu is in that one, I'll say. So, you gain consciousness in the darkness of the underworld amidst an eldritch forest of phosphorescent fungi. Strange sounds emerge from the nearby creatures, whose shadows you see flitting amongst the stems of glowing mushrooms. A mysterious robed entity stands nearby. You know what? Okay. Yeah, that seems to be good. Okay, it's working. And it comes with a manual. How great is that, you know? So, you know, gone are the physical, which of course I still love, but, you know, your physical copy of a manual, a user manual, like the Bard's Tale and all of those. I always used to love to carry around that Bard's Tale, you know, strategy guide with me, pretty much. Not strategy guide, manual, user manual, wherever I went. And now we have one built in, very much like, I think Oblivion Remastered has a built-in, you know, user manual in there too, so that's always a nice feature. Cyclopean, the Great Abyss Game Manual. Welcome to the Dreamlands. Cyclopean is a dungeon crawler set in the Great Abyss, the underworld of the Dreamlands described by H.P. Lovecraft in his story, The Dream Quest of Unknown Kadath. This manual will not get into the details of the lore of that place. Instead, you can learn more by playing the game, which is how I like it. The manual, instead, will focus on the game's interface and offer suggestions about how to approach your playthrough. About Cyclopean. Cyclopean was originally made in 3 days as a game jam entry for Dungeon Crawler Jam 24 on itch.io. That's like a user-friendly site and software for just, you know, average Joes to create their own kind of game and make it available to the public consumption. That version of the game is still available and free to play. The full release is expanded in many ways. And by the way, this game was super cheap. You know, it's 10% off for like $8-9 and still in early access. However, on the 17th of July, which is just a couple weeks away, it's coming out of early access. So I highly suggest that, you know, you maybe get it, you know, before it gets out of early access, if you can, because the price is going to shoot up. Such was the case with Lunacid. The full release is expanded in many ways, but keeps the same overall look and feel of the original. As in the original, the goal is to guide your character out of the Great Abyss, whether to the upper Dreamlands or by some other route. That is up to you. You will start the game in the overworld. I'm not going to read all of it, but just want to get an idea, a basic idea of this. Technically the underworld, where you will see your character from the top down in a two-dimensional viewport. The overworld, technically the underworld? I don't understand that, but dungeons, when you enter a dungeon, it will change to 3D, right? And you will have to navigate mazes from a first-person perspective. There is a map in the lower left corner of the user interface. Use it to keep track of when in the dungeons. Okay, use it to keep track of your location when navigating dungeons. It only provides a basic overview at this time. Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah. 0 torches. I love this, just this look. But may be expanded in future updates. Start screen, mostly self-explanatory. Starts a new game, loads the game, options. Okay. So you can use a WASD, the WASD. Q, dungeons only, I for inventory. Open allies panel. Captives. See, this is invaluable. Here you can change the game's color and vividness. By reducing vividness to 0, the game will turn black and white. Why green? The game was originally all green. Yeah, in the old Apple days, my screen was amber color, not green, but it was amber. With no options to change it. It was meant to emulate the old Apple IIc green. I had an Apple II Plus and Apple IIe. And I don't know, maybe it was my monitor too at that time. It was not green though, it was amber. Yeah, it was amber. Monochrome monitor that came with my very first computer. Subsequently, other color options were added, and the black and white mode also resembles the black and white display of the original Macintosh computer I used in college. Okay, your mind controls how many allies and captives you can have. Mind also allows you to read certain books. Mind also affects how much you can heal yourself with bandages. Well, look, everything I have are all equal here. Determines how likely you are to hit an enemy, what kinds of weapons you can use, your likelihood to sneak past or ambush an enemy, and other similar mechanics. Strength affects how much damage you do to enemies. It also affects what kind of armor you can wear, as well as your ability to bash through doors. Writs. This is a measure of your sanity and is a resource to be managed. No magic in here? One other major difference is using the wait search command, spacebar. In the dungeons, this will search the square directly ahead of the character in the direction you are facing, whereas in the overworld, it will search the square on which your character stands. After an encounter, make sure you search your enemy's remains for gold, possible items they were carrying. Searching in dungeons can also help. The spring hidden traps uncover small items or nameless horrors, so use it wisely. Okay, I think I got a basic idea, so this is so great. Uh-oh. Is that what? Okay. So I want to save. Even the sounds are, you know. But here's the thing: the soundtrack is far more advanced than what we ever got back in the day, and the sound effects as well. So it is a very nice, like, compromise, I guess, between the old and the new. And who might now be? Zog Elder, combat stealth dialogue. See, this is what I'm talking about. I love it. You meet a Zog for the first time. 10 XP granted. The Zog Elder agrees to engage in dialogue. New inquiry available. You meet a Zog for the first time. Align, trade, inquire. We are secretive and elusive folk. We have established a base of operations here in the underworld only recently. It makes sense that I would ally myself to ghouls too, and this type of a place that keeps referring to it as an underworld, so... The value 9... What the... Why did my mouse go all the way up like that? I just want to... the value gnawing bones and burrowing through the mud. So that's all we have to say about them, huh? Okay. Oh, I see how that is. Okay, I'm reading from going bottom to up. Okay. Align? You have no alliance with the S? With the S. Trade. This is... Okay. Silver key. Silver key. Value 15 gold. Yeah, I'll buy it. Who knows when I can use a silver key, right? Oh, he's got 3 of them. A Mara with... A bone with marrow and pack. Restores life. Oh. Yeah. I like this. Where's my gold? Is that? Oh, it's right here. Okay, I'll save it. Find one more. Does not permit you to pass. Fine. Well, what are you? Level 2 zone. Inquire. They are largely... Oh, I like how it's different things. Indifferent to us and us to them. Though on occasion they have helped us seek out some of the treasures of the underworld. Zog allows a passage. Love this music. Be sure to turn this up, guys. You know, I hear this music. Very ethereal. It reminds me of like a sci-fi flick from the 70s. Not that it's exactly this type of soundtrack, but there's certain ones that have like a similar sound to it. You know, it's Listen to that. Something kind of trippy from the 70s and even early 80s. You know, I think of films like Silent Running, you know, starring Bruce Dern, or I think Logan's Run, right? You know, Logan's Run? I think Lathe of Heaven. The Lathe of Heaven, you know. Films like that, when I hear this, even a little bit of Clockwork Orange for some reason. And I think just, you know, orange shag carpet and big cushioned, you know, oversized, very colorful furniture, and big plastic circular and geometric artwork, three-dimensional. Guess I can't look at it, right? An Urhag. See, I don't have to fight. Dialogue. The enemy refuses to converse with you. Oh, okay, looks like we're going to... What is Marshall? Okay, well... Let's attack them. 29% of enemy gold was lost in the struggle. Search your defeated enemy for spoils. Really? Corpse, nothing. I don't know. That might not have been a great move. Are these like undead right now? Looks like these would be ghouls. It's like I'm entering a graveyard. Trader. With the S. A large shining gem. Quick save. Maybe not. Try stealth. Capture the bat? Really? Let's try that. Oh, I need a net. Okay, let's ambush it. Well, hey. 16% of enemy gold was lost in the struggle, so I don't actually fight. It like does some off-camera, you know, dice rolls and calculations. A ghoul, yeah. Hey. To engage in a line with like a bone. The ghoul agrees to engage in dialogue. Oh. Well, I'm sorry I don't have a bone, but oh, I thought someone had a... Oh, okay. I guess one of the Zerg earlier had a bone. Oh, looks like I can go into my first dungeon. Wow, look at this. The muddy burrows of the crag of the ghouls twist out in all directions. Scurrying sounds of its uncouth inhabitants can be made out in the murky passages. The sense of the mold and the crypt assail your nostrils as your eyes adjust to the gloomy surroundings. Check the supplies page of your inventory for torches. Well, I have that. I bought torches. I know I did. Ah, yeah. Empty slot. To move your torch. Torch provides light in dungeons. So look at that. So I have like whatever, is that maybe 1,000 steps or something? It is. I should have bought more torches, a lot more. Oh, those count as... The cat refuses to speak of that. Trade? A treasure map. Really? Yeah, sure. Level 5 required. Oh. I better get another bandage. I think I do have another torch, right? Yeah, right there. Okay. Hey, secret door revealed. How about that? Okay. Found a bone. Oh, the ghoulish air and primal mists of the underworld greet you. as you emerge from the darkness. The phosphorescent death fires provide dim but sufficient illumination to this cavernous inner world of subterranean horror. So, wait, this is just the way I came, so, okay. Whoops. Yeah, look at that. Oh, shit. You find something unspeakable in the darkness. Fatty part of milk. Level 3 ghoul, yeah. The ghoul has joined your party. How about that? Where can I view that? Is it P? O? Hey. I like this. Life of 34, strength of 12. Bonuses. I really love it. Resign. And I could trade with him. Restores wit. I can take it? You can take this as well? Oh, how nice. Gonna save it. I really like this game, guys. Really good. You don't have any silver keys. I thought I bought one, but... Oh, I didn't. Yeah. Well, now I know what they're for. Guess I tried to pick it. Alright, bash it. Oh. I'm unable to get out of here, you know? Oh, here we are. Oh, there's some spikes. And I still have my ghoul, right? Trains one wet. Our home here in the underworld. Okay, well, I really need to get some sleep, but I'm thoroughly enjoying this game, guys. Really cool. So I will save it, and I can recommend it. Truly is an excellent game with a great atmospheric synth soundtrack that harkens back to something of the 70s and 80s. I love the retro graphics from the days of old, on classic old PC gaming from the 80s. Whether you played on an Apple, Commodore, or just whatever. And I think it is a great blend between the old or the retro and the new, with the music and the sounds. So, and I love how fighting, combat isn't really, even though combat really isn't, there's nothing really to it. You don't actually control the fight. It's just all off-camera dice rolls and whatever result at the end that you might get, determines the outcome of it. I still love that it's, you can overcome obstacles other than just fighting. You can sneak past them, use stealth or use dialogue or things like that. So, super cool game, and I can recommend it. So, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I say again, get this game, support this little indie company and get it before it comes out of early access on the 17th of July, because the price is going to shoot up. Alright, so I really have to sleep. I'm starting to feel a little nauseous and like I'm gonna pass out or something. Okay.